Hello guys, Dusty here with another YouTube video. Finally back again with some more pickups because guys, I can say this honestly for the first time in a long time, we have found video games. And when I say found video games, I don't mean we went online and we bought them. Well, we did go online and buy some. We didn't, just go release games. We actually went out to the Goodwill and the pawn shop and we actually found them, which is so nice. It's so nice to be able to say that again. And it's so nice to be able to bring some games home from out in the wild, from the thrift, from the great unknown. Because I suppose that's one of the reasons why I love video game hunting so much. Is because the thing is, you never know what you're gonna get. It's always a grab bag. It's always a surprise. You never know. You might walk into a Goodwill and find just absolutely nothing. You might walk into a Goodwill and you might find absolutely everything. You never know. That's the only thing that you know in video game hunting, is that you never know what you're gonna find. But we have found video games, so I'm going to go ahead and go and just get right into it with the first one. Looney Tunes back in action for the Nintendo Gamecube. We got this one at the pawn shop for $2. It was the only Gamecube game there, but I went ahead and picked it up. I do already have this game, but it wasn't in as good a condition. It's missing the manual, but the disc that I had was not in very good shape. So this one is in pretty good shape. So I figured for $2, go ahead and upgrade my copy, and then I'm sure I'll be able to get rid of a $2 copy, or the other copy for at least $2 and recoup my investment. So there you go. Then next up on the list, and this isn't really in a good order, because honestly, it's been so long since I've recorded a pickup video that I've just kind of stacked all this stuff over here. So we just got a big old stack of games. How about that? But I'm going to try to put together the scenarios best I can. But we got ourselves one of these little Game & Watch minis. And I was hesitant to buy this for $50 at first, but I decided, you know what? It's a cool little thing to keep on the coffee table, that kind of thing. And that's where it is right now, on the coffee table. And I've enjoyed it. It's a nice little thing. The screen's really clear. It's very playable, but it's really a coffee table thing. You don't expect to just kind of carry this around and actually use it. It's more of a novelty than anything. Yeah, and it comes in this nice little slip-covered box. I managed to get mine from a website called deepdiscount.com because everything was sold out and it was almost impossible to get one for a while, and then it was possible to get one, and it just kind of varying levels of stock, and then it ended up being on Amazon forever, and then now I don't have a clue where it is, but yeah, managed to get one, and it came in one piece. So granted, very late. It came very late, but that's what it is. I got it a couple days ago. Like, that's how late I got it. But anyway, moving on to the next things. These are just some random Goodwill pickups that I figured, why not, because I was going to the register anyway, and I don't know, I kind of want to start getting my Xbox 360 library together, because I figured this is now a very good time to do it. Xbox 360 is now 2 gens old, so yeah, I mean, which is crazy to think about, by the way. It is technically 2 generations ago. We are as far from the Xbox now, or the Xbox 360 now, as we were with the Xbox 360 to the Super Nintendo, if I remember correctly. So it's crazy to think about that, That's just, a lot's changed in 15 years. But anyway, we got 2 Xbox 360 games for $2 a piece. Which is the right price as far as I'm concerned. The original Assassin's Creed, because I didn't think I had it on Xbox, and I'm honestly not sure yet. I'm going through the process of getting the spreadsheets together for my video games, but haven't made it to Xbox 360 yet, but I just finished Gamecube, so very happy about that. But we also got Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, which I've heard is the good one. So yeah, and I've played a little bit of one on the PC, and it was good. So excited to have it on the 360, and they're both in complete good shape. I mean, I probably wouldn't have ever thought about buying them otherwise, but I was going up to the register anyway to buy some. They had these brand new official Samsung USB-C chargers. This one's kind of tangled in other things, but brand new USB-C chargers. So I was like, what the heck, go ahead and grab those for $1 too. So not video games, but they're definitely things that I bought. Okay, so the next one is, I I don't think this was in the last pickup video, but it might have been. I think this came out a little bit more recently, but we got the Joker Amiibo, which is nice. If you did not know, I'm a big fan of Persona 5, and I'm a big fan of Persona series overall. I am just about to finally beat Persona 5 Royal. That game, man, that spanned over generations for me. Yeah, I have been trying to get through Persona 5 for like 3 or 4 years now. It feels like, well, yeah, 3 years, because it hasn't really been out for quite 4 years yet, but just crazy to think about. It's been out for 3 years, but yeah, Joker, little figurine here, which is a really nice, cool detail. I mean, these amiibos are very well done, so you can't complain at all. Though I don't have them in Smash yet. I didn't buy any of the Smash DLC yet, because I don't really play all that much Smash anymore, but I used to. But didn't really get into the Switch as much for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe just because there's so many other games to play. But moving right along, we got speaking of other Switch games to play, I bought this because it was on sale for like $30. And I mean, the developers and publishers attached to this one. It's Little Town Hero Big Idea Edition, which comes with the soundtrack, I believe, a pin set, a little art book, a little poster, you know, just those kind of nice little things. And it is a Game Freak developed game. This is one that I remembered kind of vaguely hearing about being okay when it came out. I just don't really spend a ton of money on okay games. Usually I wait till they get a little bit cheaper. And this one did at $30 for the special edition. So, and of course it's a Game Freak game, so it's going to have some kind of polish, and Nippon Ichisoft too. So, I mean, it's going to have that polish to it at the very least. It might just, you know, be one that I put on the back burner and maybe never get to, but maybe I'll be like, hey, you know what? I kind of want to play that one today. So, well, we'll see how that goes. But anyway, moving along even further yet, we've got Final Fantasy 15, the Royal Edition, which was $5 at the pawn shop. Still had all the DLC and all that, so I was like, oh, what the heck, I'll go ahead and buy it. Now, of course, it is free with if you buy a PS5, so yeah, I mean, I suppose little spoiler to later in the pickup video, but yeah, I mean, yeah. Still, it's cool to have for $5, and I like this artwork, and I like, you know, I like it overall. I never actually played Final Fantasy 15, so it's going to be a new experience for me when I get around to doing that. So, and I like having games physical anyway, even if I get them digital. It's, you know, it is what it is. But and we got 2 random Goodwill pickups, which honestly I just bought these to like end a lull in pickups, because it was like, you know, 15 trips to the Goodwill where I just had not found anything. And then I was like, you know what, I don't have these games already. Well, I didn't think I had one of them. I might actually have this one, but the one I know I don't have, which is Red Faction and Star Wars Clone Wars, which I think is actually, is it a System Link game? It is not a System Link game. Okay, well, there, that's unfortunate, but both of them are in complete good shape. So, I mean, I figured $2 a piece, games that I didn't already have, go ahead and grab them. Let's see, next up on the itinerary, we've got a couple pawn shop pickups, I think, here somewhere. Okay, so this is one pickup that goes with some other pickups. I kind of grabbed it in a stack of games. But for $2, we got the Dark Souls 2 Steelbook, which is broken, which I hadn't noticed. It's missing the soundtrack, which is what it is. I'm sure I might be able to find one eventually, but yeah, it's broken. But I didn't have Dark Souls 2 anyway, so I figured I'd go ahead and grab it. Just in case this game ever gets a little bit more difficult to get your hands on. And it is the PS3 version too, so. But I think you can probably see that with the case and all that. Anyway, so this next stack of games I am particularly excited about, and the reason I am particularly excited about this stack of games is because it is for my favorite console ever. Is there another one down there that belongs here? No, I don't think that one does. Oh, does it? We'll find out here quick. It does. It does. Sorry. But Gamecube. We found some more Gamecube games, and yeah, here's the thing. So anytime I can find Gamecube games is like the best, because I just love that console. I'm trying to go for a full set. I just finished documenting my collection. I am 199 games in to the North American set, which is like 550, so almost halfway there. 25 games away from halfway there. So, you know, we can get there. I have a lot of the heavy hitter titles already. I've got Gotcha Force, Cube of War, Fire Emblem, GB Robo, whatever. I got a lot of those heavy hitters. It's just a lot of the licensed games that are killing me right now, and that's why I'm so excited to find just any GameCube game, is because, I mean, the licensed games are ridiculous now. Things have gone up so much with GameCube games that, like, you want to buy just a random license game, $15. It's ridiculous. So yeah, it's good to have found a couple license and a couple you know, interesting games from the Goodwill, I guess. Even though those ones are just kind of upgrade copies. So we got The Sims Bustin' Out, which I already had, but this is an upgrade copy, so it's nice to have it. And it's complete, really nice shape. Like, all of these are darn near mint, other than one, which is missing a manual, but other than that is darn near mint. Then we also got Winnie the Pooh's Rumbly Tumbly Adventure, which is nice to see a kid's game in this good of condition. Like, it is beautiful. Like, it is near mint. It is just beautiful. Beautiful condition copy. We got Star Wars Star Wars 2, the original trilogy, which I did not have before. This is the one that's missing the manual, but other than that, it's in fantastic shape. And we got the Ant Bully, which is in immaculate condition. Like, it even has the movie ticket with it. So that's cool. Yeah, really nice condition copy of Ant Bully. And then we got two more here. One of them being a minty clean copy of Animal Crossing. Really excited about this because my copy of Animal Crossing was a beat up greatest hits copy, so of course going to get to add this one to the collection alongside of that, because I collect both. For those of you who didn't know, I collect all the different variants of different games too. So if there's a greatest hits version, I keep both the greatest hits and a black label. Always excited to find either or. And inside, it did not come with the memory card. I just had an extra one. Yeah, everything else it came with in just beautiful shape. The only thing that was missing was the memory card, but I had an extra one. So there you go. And then we got an upgrade copy of Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, which is in really, really nice condition. Didn't really need an upgrade copy, but this one is just really, really clean. So like, has all of the documents and all that stuff with it, which is nice because you hardly ever see that with GameCube games for whatever reason. Yeah. Complete, beautiful shape. I don't know if I showed it, so I'm just going to show it again because it's so nice. Yeah, and the thing is, so all 5 of those games, I believe, I think so, were $2 a piece, not $3. They charged me $2 for each of them. So I ended up getting that stack for $12. So hey, not all that bad at all. So then next up we have a couple more Goodwill pickups that were both $2 a piece also. This one I bought because I was always interested in this series, the Mlb Power Pro Series. It's a 2K and Konami developed game, and it's like an anime style baseball game. So I always wanted to give this a try. It is missing the manual, but other than that, it's in really clean shape. Which I figured for $2, you know what, for a game I wanted to try anyway, go ahead and add that into the collection. So, and then we also got one that was also really interesting to me, I guess, because it's an RPG style puzzle game. Yeah, I'll take it. It's missing the manual, but other than that, it's in good shape. And yeah, $2 for interesting looking Wii game that I don't have. Honestly, if I find an interesting looking Wii game that I don't have for $2, there's just so much shovelware on that console. Or there's just another Mario Kart, another Super Mario Bros. Speaking of which, I did not plan this, but the next 2 games. So yeah, just finding a unique Wii game is really nice. Then we got the next 2 here, which these were with the Dark Souls. I don't know why Dark Souls was in a different place, but this stack was with the Dark Souls. Each of these games were $2 a piece, so I figured I'd go ahead and grab them, add some of them to the resale pile. But we got New Super Mario Bros. Wii, Speak of the Devil, and Mario Kart. So Perfect. Yeah, so these just go in the sell pile. Because I already have I already have every variation of both of these games. So but these are really clean copies, really clean, good condition copies. So like they all have all the docs and all that stuff in them. So should be able to actually get them sold and help recoup some of the costs, because 2020 has been financially not that great of a year. So, yeah, any extra little bits of money I can make while I'm out there doesn't hurt. And speaking of just extra games that I already had, we got Lego Jurassic World, because it's $2. It's hard to pass up a $2 Wii U game, but good condition, clean copy of Jurassic World. And then we also got a open copy of Pokken Tournament. I've never opened my sealed copy of Pokken Tournament. I got day one because I just was kind of like, I'll get around to playing Pokken eventually. Never did. So, yeah, I'll get to add this one to the collection probably, and then just sell the other one for somebody to unseal. It's kind of the game plan anyway, but depends on how much a sealed copy of Pokken for the Wii U goes for. Probably like $4. But then we also got a game that I didn't have, which is the most exciting one out of that lot, other than Dark Souls 2, which is Steel Battalion Heavy Armor. For those of you who don't know about the Steel Battalion series, this one is the Connect... oh my... Okay, so the original Steel Battalion games, the accessory you used for these games was like this massive mech controller cockpit, like this massive controller that is like $1 bajillion nowadays. But they decided for the Xbox 360, instead of using a actual tactile controller that works, we're going to make it a Kinect game. So yeah, I wanted to own this one because it's one of the very few non-licensed Kinect games, and it's in really nice shape. $2, of course, you know. I'm gonna go ahead and pick that up. And then the next one is kind of a funny story. So this is a really funny story, okay? So let me just set up the situation. So, got my PS5 on pre-order, and, you know, I decide, I see something go across my Twitter for a deal on Spider-Man Miles Morales. So, for the PS5. And it was like, you know, it was normally like a $60 game. And Walmart was selling it for, I believe it was 25 or 23 or something like that. I ended up paying 30 with shipping. I ended up paying him 30 with shipping. And so what had happened was, went ahead and I was like, you know what, might as well place the order. Never played the first Spider-Man game, but I figure, you know, it'd be nice to have a actual next-gen game with my PS5. So went ahead and ordered it for that $30, including the shipping. And Walmart sent out emails saying that was a price error. They're going to cancel them, but they're going to give us a $20 reimbursement for our troubles. So they canceled, gave me a $20 reimbursement. And hey, I figured, hey, that's cool. Free $20. I'll take it. You know, is what it is. I'll take a free $20. They never canceled the order. So I ended up getting for $10. Spider-Man Miles Morales. $10 after the Walmart coupon anyway that I got to spend, that I haven't spent yet. I need to remember to spend that. Yeah. I don't know why I've forgotten, but yeah, I need to spend that so I don't let it go to waste. But yeah, Spider-Man Miles Morales for the princely sum of $10. So I'll take it. You know, I figure I haven't played it yet, obviously, but we'll get to that later. So then we got well, the reason why I haven't played it specifically is because apparently you really have to play the first Spider-Man game to like understand what's going on. So I'll try to find that one eventually, or maybe it'll be a PS Plus game someday. Who knows? Whatever. So now the next one is a funny one, which I'm sure some of you probably got some of these. But so Google, for those of you who don't know, released a console, a streaming, you know, experience thing called Google Stadia. Semi-recently, and it hasn't necessarily been an extreme success, partially because you have to pay a streaming service, and then you have to pay full price for the games that are then locked to a streaming service. So you could see maybe the issue here, I guess, that might make this less appealing than something like Game Pass from Microsoft. But yeah, so Google probably manufactured like 1 million of these different Stadia bundles, and you just don't know what to do with them. So they're like, okay, well, anybody who has YouTube Red for a year, just fill out a quick thing, sign up for a month trial for Google Stadia, and we'll send you a Stadia. So I was like, I like free stuff. So I went ahead and did that. They sent it out. I got it in the mail, canceled my Stadia because who needs that? And lo and behold, free Google Stadia. I mean, sure. I figure, hey, this could be a cool little gaming history thing, kind of like Ouya's are. I do kind of want to get an Ouya if I can find one for the right price, just because they're weird and they're like a part of gaming history, really. So I figured, what the heck, might as well have it for absolutely free. Didn't have to pay anything, didn't even have to pay shipping, just free. And it comes with like the Google like streaming thing, Chromecast Ultra, which I just use home media PC, so I don't use Chromecast. But it also comes with a controller, which I've heard isn't particularly good. So yeah, just gonna leave it sealed because I don't need it. So. Is what it is. I got it because it was free. There you go. Well, let's see then. Okay, so these Wii U games were also with the other Wii U game. What? No, these ones were on a separate day. This was like a day or two later. I went to the pawn shop and they had more Wii U games out, so I was like, yeah, I'll go ahead and get some more $2 Wii U games. One that I don't know if I have this edition of this game. Let me just check for a moment. I don't think I do. Geez, do I even have this game? I've got to have this game. But this is the Nintendo Select version of Super Mario 3D World, which I may or may not have, apparently, because I didn't see it on the show. Are you serious? Hold on a moment. Super Mario 3D World. Okay, so I do have it, but I just have the greatest, or the Nintendo Select version. So yeah, this is a duplicate. It's not, I mean, mine's like brand new, so not in as good a shape, so I'll probably end up selling this one, or selling the other one, or doing something along those lines. But yeah, still $2 Wii U game, what the heck. Go ahead and grab it. And then we got one that I'm certain that I did not have, which is Minecraft Story Mode, The Complete Adventure. So, hey, that's pretty cool. $2. Why not? Okay, so let's see what else we got here. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything, because I feel like I went through these pretty fast. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think I'm missing anything. So, just the last few things here. We've got some PlayStation 1 games from the Goodwill. Yeah, we're finding things that are actually like retro from the Goodwill. Isn't that novel? I mean, not the greatest finds in the world, but we got Centipede, which I already had, so this is going to be a duplicate. We got Tomb Raider 3, which I don't think I had Tomb Raider 3, or at least I don't think I have it in the regular retail release. I might have the platinum release, but this is going to be added to the collection, which is always nice. And then we got Air Hockey, which is... It's crazy. I mean, it's crazy they made a classic arcade game based off of this PlayStation 2 game called Air Hockey. Kind of cool. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and add that to the collection as part of history. And then we got MTV Celebrity Deathmatch, which I've never played, but I've heard interesting things about. I've heard it's terrible, but I like terrible sometimes, so it's good to have. Good to have that around. Those are all $1, by the way, $1 a piece. So, good things to add to the collection, I suppose. So then this next game has a story behind it. So, where do I even begin? So, I'm just gonna show it, and then maybe the words will come to me. Rat Game. I bought Rat Game. So what is the story of Rat Game? The epic tale of the Rat Game. So Sniper Space. The guy who did my channel artwork, and then he pretty much disappeared off the face of the internet, as far as I can see, for like 5 years. He's streaming now, and he started speedrunning Ratatouille. He's of course doing the PC port. But I figure, you know what? might as well get in on the action. And if there's a GameCube port, I gotta play the GameCube port. So I am going to be speedrunning this one on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/DustyD0. I already have started. I think my any percent time is now sub 18 is where my current record is, and that one's on the Xbox. GameCube version's a little bit different. But yeah, probably go ahead and get this on every platform because GameCube is by far the most expensive that I could find. So yeah, okay, so this is usually where I say, oh, I got this game for a good deal. $15 on eBay. The world has gone to a terrible place. At least it's in complete good condition, but still, $15 for a licensed game on eBay. I mean, granted, a late cycle licensed game. I mean, this was a 2006 game, but anyway, it still hurts a little bit. But I've gotten a lot of enjoyment out of it already, and I'm gonna continue to speedrun and hopefully get better at the game because it's a fun speedrun. Lots of cool little skips, not a ton of RNG to it, so you know, figure it's a good one to get right back into the speedrunning curve with. So then let's see. Next up, we got. I don't think I have all the components to it here, but yeah, let's see. Let's be very careful with this because I love it, honestly. Like, okay, so here's the thing. I had never been a big fan of collector's editions that did not include the physical version of the game. Never been a big guy when it comes to that. You know, I've never enjoyed that practice. I think I've found the first exception. For $50, we got ourselves a game that I don't want to show you the download code, even though I already downloaded it. I'm just a little paranoid. Don't judge me. Fire Emblem 30th anniversary. Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light. The first Fire Emblem game on the Nintendo Switch. It comes in this big old box set. And in that box set includes a, as I had mentioned before, digital download code. So, yeah, unfortunately no physical disc, but that's kind of understandable considering it is a NES game, or specifically a Famicom game that has been ported to the NES. And I'm just going to kind of go through all the little individual things in this set. I feel like I'm missing like a box set thing though. I can't help but shake that feeling, but maybe I am, and maybe that'll be in the next pickup video. But it comes with this gorgeous art book. Like, well, I mean, there goes all the value of this now. But yeah, that's where I put everything else that belongs in it. And then yeah, this is in there. So yeah, beautiful art book, beautiful illustrations, a lot of historia here, a lot of cool reading material. This game has a ton of lore to it, like, and then just beautiful art. Like, man, art books like these are the way to my heart. Like, I love just putting these on the shelves and never looking at them. No, I gotta look at my art books a little bit more, particularly now that I have them on a shelf and actually kind of organized. Yeah, we got that in there. And then it also included this beautiful Nintendo Power-esque poster that you could frame realistically, even though they didn't roll it. I wish they would have rolled it, but you know, it is what it is. But it has a little Nintendo Power right up in there, and it is not the size of an official Nintendo Power poster. A lot of people were wondering on that one. I just happen to have a random issue of Nintendo Power right here. I did not pick this one up recently. I've had this one for years, but by the way, even though it's part of a pickup video, but if we show like this, yeah, the regular ones are a lot larger and a lot thinner. So yeah, a little weird dog earring. I don't know if it's always been dog-eared like this, but whatever. Is what it is. By the way, Nintendo Powers too. They've shot up with this whole global situation going on. So yeah, is what it is. I always wanted to get into Nintendo Power collecting, and I still do want to do the entire 6th gen. I still want to do the entire GameCube generation of Nintendo Powers for sure. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna actively go earlier than that. I have issues 1 through 30 and like 50 through 60 that I picked up at a garage sale for years ago for like, I think it cost me $70 for all of them. But yeah, which I thought I was overpaying at the time, but now this one goes for over that. So there you go. But is what it is. You got this nice cool poster, and I didn't even mention the coolest part yet. I didn't mention the coolest part. A official size, or pretty much official sized, box and cartridge. So the box is like pretty much, as I said, pretty much official size. So it's, you know, same size as your standard NES box. I'll show you the visual aid here. I grabbed earlier just to kind of show you a comparison. But Legend of Zelda box here compared to a Fire Emblem box, pretty close to the same size. Zelda box is a little bit wider, and like a hair wider. And I think the Fire Emblem box is like maybe... No, Fire Emblem box is pretty much the exact same height. So yeah, the Zelda box is maybe just a hair wider. And of course the fold on the bottom is different. The Fire Emblem box uses like the modern Nintendo fold, where the Zelda box uses like a kind of crease-in fold. And now if we check the stuff inside, I just have my crappy copy of The Legend of Zelda in the box just to keep a copy in the box. Then we got this, which, by the way, actual like Nintendo sleeve. They put it. They manufactured those, which is pretty cool. I hope Nintendo does like more of this stuff. But just to compare it to an official original one, not as glossy, and it's pressed a little bit different. Or specifically, it is pressed. This is just kind of like screen printed on, whereas this one is actually embossed, so it looks a lot nicer than the original design. But yeah, and then the glass, very high grade, high density plexiglass. Like, you hit somebody over the head with that, and like they're out. Like, it's very, very thick glass. But yeah, very nice looking. They have silk screen printed. It looks like kind of ridges on there. And yeah, as for the size, darn near the same size. Like, of course they didn't do the indent on the back there, but they do have. It's cool. It's very cool. And I'm gonna go ahead and actually just put this on my Nintendo games shelf, just kind of as a little Easter egg thing, for fun, because why not? So we got that situation, and then in terms of like map and stuff, because I wanted to grab a box game with like a map and stuff, just to kind of show you the difference of what it would have looked like official versus like of the time compared to something modern made today. So the manuals were a little bit different than what you got, which, by the way, full color manual, like proper, like they included a proper actual manual, which, who knows, the Famicom version may have came with a book like this, because there is a lot in here. Like, it is properly, like, darn near have to bind it. It is so thick with just information. But compared to the Zelda one, it is a little bit bigger, but it still fits in the box nice. And then in terms of the map is also, I think, a bit bigger, or it just folds less. So this is the size of the traditional, or not the traditional, the Fire Emblem map. And then you got the Zelda map here, which if I unfold this, mine is in a little tattered shape, so I apologize. Might not be the best visual aid. Yeah, this one just folds out a lot longer, but the Fire Emblem one is taller, so there you go. You probably couldn't see that in the slightest, because I'm terrible at visual examples. There you go. That was fun. And did it come with anything else? I don't think it did. Okay, so then let's see. Next up, we are nearing the end, but we've got one of these things. I've got the box over there, but I'm just going to talk about it. You just have to take my word for it. But so I'll grab the box and just talk about it. Yeah, I'll grab the box. Anyway, we got, okay, so this is a Goodwill find from, like, 2 days ago. And, you know, walk into the Goodwill just like any other day, and there is some DS games in the glass case, and I figure, okay, probably just the normal shovelware that just inhabits the glass case. No, there was proper games in there. So we got some cart only, nonetheless, but some special DS games, ones that I did not have before. We also had ones that I did have before, like New Super Mario Bros. And Mario Party DS, and these are all $3, by the way. So I got those ones for $3. Figured I could maybe sell them. Same with Super Mario 3D World. Figured I could maybe just like sell them a lot and recoup some investment from some of these games, because games is expensive. Okay, so. And then I also got a game that I definitely did not have before, but I accidentally got it in my excitement for one of these. Pets Cats 2 for $3. It is what it is. I mean, I own that now. There you go. I own that. That is mine. But we got one of the games that I was excited about is Pokemon Pearl. I did not own Pokemon Pearl before. So it just had Diamond and Platinum. So this now completes my, what is that, the 5th gen Pokemon games. So yeah, there you go. And then I got a copy of, at long last, Pokemon White 2. Now you may be wondering, well, Dusty, why are you so excited about a copy of Pokemon White 2? Well, that is because, and I think I've mentioned this before on past videos, but it's been years because I've only been missing 2 games out of this kind of situation of games. But when I was young, I had young, relatively anyway, like probably about a year after Pokemon White came out, I had a number of games stolen from me. So, yeah, it was unfortunate, but managed to build up the entire collection of games that was stolen from me back, other than 2 games. One of them being Pokemon Soul Silver, which I still do not have, but hopefully I will find Pokemon Silver eventually. And the other one being Pokemon White 2. And I have kept the case for Pokemon White 2 for all these years, so that hopefully someday I would be able to find a reasonably priced copy of Pokemon White to put in my Pokemon White 2 case, because as you can see, it's empty. I was storing all the games, by the way, in there, like just kind of sat in there, but I didn't actually put this one in because I wanted to do the honors with you guys. So we were going to go ahead and do the ceremonious putting of the Pokemon White 2 into this case and completing I don't like these cases. Completing my Pokemon White 2. See, and like this is even like I have my original receipt for it too, and all of the things. This is the first game I ever pre-ordered. Fun fact too. First game I ever pre-ordered. First Pokemon game I ever bought new. But yeah, so glad to finally cross one more game off that list. So all I need to get now is Soul Silver, and I got all my games back. So I am floored. This has been 5 years in the making, at least. No, it's been way more than 5 years. It's been like 8 years in the making. 8 or 9. Jeez. Time, man. Isn't that crazy? No, but yeah, so Pokemon White 2, we now have a complete, beautiful copy of. By the way, Pokemon White 2 too. $90 game now. Card only. Well, like 70 to 90. Still horrible. Oh my god. Like White 2 wasn't even that good. Like, oh my god. I just, the prices of some of these games nowadays, I can't handle it, man. I can't handle it. But it doesn't matter now because we've got it back in our collection. I did look at Soul Silver, by the way. Fortunately, it's not quite that bad if I ever just wanted to hop on eBay. But no, I'm going to find a legit copy. I'm going to find it legit in the wild. I'm going to replace all of my games that way. I had promised myself ever since. The only game I had bought that was stolen from me that was off of eBay was Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, because I needed a very specific one. I needed the box set version, which would have been very difficult to find in the wild. But yeah, Anyway, last item on our itinerary, I'm just going to go ahead and grab. So if you would excuse me knocking around the microphone, I'm sure, and, causing a ruckus, I'm going to grab this box. So I will be right back. Okay. It's a little precarious, but we'll get it off there. Yeah. Yep. That was unfortunate. Okay. Last but not least, the Sony PlayStation 5. So, what is the story? I'm going to put my headphones on because it sounds weird hearing my own voice without them. Just a moment. Been talking to myself for 40 minutes. It sounds different when you're doing it without the headphones on. Anyway, okay, so it's throwing me off. PS5. We got one, boys. We did it. Achievement unlocked. PlayStation 5. That's a I should say trophy. But I'm not going to. Achievement unlocked. We got ourselves a PlayStation 5. So, the story behind getting that PlayStation 5. So I had pre-ordered one from Target as soon as pre-orders went live. The first day, it was like October 16th or something like that. So I was just figuring, okay, good. I got one pre-ordered from Target. All good to go. You know, I'm not going to worry about it too much. Lo and behold, freaking Target. It ships. Never makes it to me. I don't know where along the line it got lost. It was definitely like, it didn't get scanned in by FedEx, so somewhere along those lines, it was probably stolen. So I was like, oh, great. So I had to go through the arduous task of trying to get a PlayStation 5 through the internet. Which, if you've tried to do that recently, it's not very easy. So finally managed to get one a couple weeks later. Best Buy was starting to do in-store pickup ones, so snagged myself an in-store pickup one at like 3:45, 4 o'clock in the morning, and had to go all the way down to Ames, hour drive to pick it up, and I think that made it all that much sweeter, actually having to make that voyage for it. So now it's set up in my living room, so this is the fun story about Target. So, okay, so I had talked to a Target rep, and basically went through the situation, and they were like, okay, we're going to go ahead and refund you. We're going to keep your order active, so if it happens to make it to you, you can keep it. But I'm not holding my breath for that, obviously, even though my order, last I checked, is still active, for whatever reason. And it says it's supposed to deliver on like Wednesday, November 18th. So, just check my... Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. For those of you who don't know, this is Christmas Eve of 2020. So, but when I'm recording this anyway, maybe when it'll go up too. It depends on if I can edit it. But yeah. So got refunded for it, but they refunded me because I paid in PayPal with a Target gift card balance. So I told them, hey, is there any way I can get this fixed? And they were like, yeah, we'll try to get it sorted out to your account. We'll just try to reverse the charge. And so what had ended up happening was, this was over the course of Black Friday, right? So I was not waiting, a million years, because I was kind of interested in getting a new TV for my PlayStation 5, because I still have my very same, you can see the video of when I announced that one in like a pickup video or whatever. It was a channel update of some kind, but I had gotten 5 years ago now. It's crazy when you think about it, 5 years, geez. But 5 years ago now, a Sharp Aquos TV from Walmart as a display unit. It was 4K, really nice TV, would have retailed probably for about $1,000. Got it for $400. as a display unit that was only up 2 weeks, because back when I worked for a merchandising company that worked in Walmart stores, I'd happened to see the display up. I knew when it went up, I knew when it went down, and I knew what TV that was. So I was like, oh yeah, that's a really nice TV. So went ahead and bought it for $400, and it's been my TV for the last 5 years. So I figured, you know what, I want something with HDR, the bells and whistles, all that stuff that, you know, can really be brought out with the PlayStation 5. So what I ended up doing was I was limited to Target gift card balance, right? So I bought a Vizio from Target that was QLED. So, you know, QLED, 4K, does variable refresh rate. The only thing that it doesn't do that the new consoles take advantage of is 120 hertz. The dynamic range on it is fantastic. The specs on it are very good. I mean, you know, like in terms of $500 TVs, you know, I mean, like, but I figured, you know, if I'm going to have this gift card balance on Target, I'm going to spend it on something. Go ahead and grab the TV. Fast forward about a week, Target refunds the balance to my bank account. So, yeah. So thanks for the TV, Target. I'm not going to tell you guys, because shame on you for not getting me my PS5. I know that might be a little bit of a controversial thing, you know, me being all like mean, not giving Target their money back, but screw that, you know. Like, the fact of the matter is, I ordered this PS5, and customer service was like not very good either. Like, I mean, it was an ordeal just trying to, you know, actually talk to somebody and figure this whole thing out, and then having to get my money refunded through gift card balance, and then trying to tell them, hey, I need it through, like, it wasn't my fault that this order cancels because somebody stole my PS5 in transit. But, you know, it was just a complete mess. But I ended up getting a TV out of the deal, so, you know, I'll take it. I mean, in the year 2020, I could use some wins, because it has not been a particularly good year for the year of the Doge. Well, it's the year of the rat, which is why rat game, but next year is the year of the cow. So maybe that I like steak. Maybe it'll be a good year for me. Maybe I'll get a lot of steak, but we'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, anyway, I think that's really all there is to it. As far as like channel updatey stuff, just to kind of tack at the end of the video, I just unplugged my head. Luckiest guy on the planet, man. Now, let's see, what do we got going on? So I am planning on doing very soon a setup tour, because I had just gotten recently my streaming / video game playing setup all like set up. So I'm planning on doing a setup tour because I want to have that around for the game room tour, because eventually I'm going to do the game room tour, and I don't want to go through all of this stuff during the game room tour because that'll make it like a million years long. So I figure it'll be a fairly extensive video. That way I can put a lot of focus into it, and I can go through each of my components, why I chose that particular component in my setup, and maybe help some people put together a nice, convenient retro setup. Because the thing that I think I did very well, and very, you know, something you don't see a lot, is my entire retro game playing / streaming setup is like in a little 4x4 box, in essence. You guys might not know this if you haven't been around for a very long time, but this is not a dedicated game room. Around those shelves, which there's more shelves that go around, is my bed. This is my bedroom too. So yeah, this is my game / bedroom. So yeah, not a lot of space, but I think I've tried to make the most of it, and yeah, I look forward to getting to show it during my 2015 Game Room Tour that I'm going to do in 2021, probably. So, yeah, looking forward to that. But anyway, I think that's it for, like, major channel updatey stuff. Also, I figure I might as well go ahead and give a plug to my Discord, too. I'll try to remember to link that in the description. If I don't, and you want to join my Discord, comment, and this is basically where I do all my updates and stuff for both Twitch and for YouTube, and of course my Twitch channel if you want to see more of Dusty Do. Also, if you liked the video, make sure you like it, subscribe, hit the bell, so you know. No, I'm not going to do that, but yeah, just the things that I actually use. Discord, I'm planning on starting to use for like all of my updates, so you know why I've been gone for the last 6 months. The next time I'm gone for 6 months, and yeah, for Twitch stream updates, for YouTube video updates, for polling on what videos you might want to see, all that stuff. I think Discord works fairly well for, so I'm planning on giving that a shot. This has been Dusty. Thank you guys for watching. I do really appreciate y'all watching to the end. Who has, all of you who have watched to the end. I know this is a little long video, cutting at 50 minutes, but yeah, just go ahead and do my regular sign off. It's been a while since I've done this, but this has been Dusty. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Take it easy.